An email here. Where is it? Let's have a look over there and see if we can find it. That's a good show of the train. Neil, greetings from Scotland. Thanks for Glasgow. What a night. Well, the fact that almost every show from this tour has been taped and for the best part available freely around the world through the internet influence you in the decision to release any live recordings from this latest batch of sonic wonderment you and the horse are serving up this time out?
Well, you know, we are probably gonna, we're thinking of putting something out because we recorded everything as we're doing it anyway, just with the 24 track, but I don't know. You know, the thing that's affected me the most about the information age and about everything is that I no longer can experiment as freely with new material. It used to be in the old days I could play a new song before it was on a record several times and develop the song in front of the crowd and then go into the studio with Briggs and the horse and do it. And we would get it done and we would have learned a little bit, you know, about it through playing it. But now if I go out and play it, it's going to get out there right away. So without me having a chance to finish it if I needed to hone it down or something. So actually, my own freedom has been reduced a little bit by the information age and people trying to keep track of what I'm doing. And I'll sing several different lyrics to a song during its you know, first 2 or 3 performances before I settle on the ones that I like most of the time. I always leave it open to change them, but you know. So what happens is the versions that I wouldn't have liked to have gotten out, get out, of a brand new song that I'm working on. Like there's a version of Change Your Mind with Booker T and the MGs from somewhere in Scotland or something, or somewhere in Australia. I don't know where the heck it is, but it's terrible. It's the first time we ever played it, and I just cringe every time I hear it. Oh, yeah. And even on the even on what happened here when we came to Canada on Vancouver, I felt like I was a little sluggish in Vancouver. So it was the first one, and it took a while for me to get going, and I didn't feel good about my performance that night. That I gave people what they really deserved, but. So now I'm seeing it. You know, I see that, and I feel it when I see it. I go, oh God.
Well, you're feeling better about it now. We'll just come shoot the show in Ottawa
and
fix that for you. No problem. We're gonna take a break right now. We'll be right back with. Hi. Oh, welcome back. I'm Denise. I've been your host so far. Okay, just watch my camera, okay? You're right in my shot there for a second. Yeah, you were.
Oh.
We've got a question over here from the producer's desk. There we go. Over here. Hey, what's your name?
Brent.
Hi, Brent. Got a question?
Yeah, Neil, I was wondering which album you would consider as your best?
Which album's my best album? Boy, I don't know. I really don't. I liked a lot of them, you know, better than others in retrospect, but you know, for feeling, I think that for purity of performance and feeling, I think Tonight's the Night's probably a good one. Yeah. But still, it was just such a, you know, it was very emotional, that album. So other albums where the performances were as good, but the music wasn't quite as vital. You know, so it's hard to compare. You know, some of them hit harder than others because the subject hits harder. You know, so. The actual musical part of it is probably equal, but it's what we were into that made it kind of jump out, I guess. There's so many of them. I hate to choose, you know. It's like having kids and saying, oh yeah, Johnny's much better than Fred.
Well, I guess that depends on the behavior of the day, actually.
That's true.
We're going to take another question over here. Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Nice to see you back in Toronto, Neil. I was talking to Randy Bachman back in August. He did a C&E gig, and apparently you're supposed to be working together. So when is that supposed to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
July. Yeah, that's July, I think. Good answer.
Well, you do keep working with him on and off. You just
sure. Yeah. We just don't have a plan right now to do anything, but I saw him just a couple of days ago, and he, you know, it was great to see him, and
he's probably got more
we'll
guitars
probably play again
than you.
soon.
Yeah. I think he has more guitars than you.
Oh, I know he does. Okay. He's got a huge guitar collection. He's got a kind of an earth barn where all the walls are made out of earth. It's like Adobe kind of a thing.
Oh, really?
That he's making into a studio, which I want to hear sometime. I think it's going to sound pretty good. It's a barn made out of, you know, earth.
Mud.
So, yeah.
Great acoustical
Compressed with
qualities.
straw and everything, so it sound good probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you usually like to record on a full moon. Is that true?
Well, you know, there was a time when I really did that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's, I really just record whenever I feel like it.
Just when something, because now you have a studio at your place, so you can just pretty well go in when you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd rather record somewhere else. Because
Oh.
it's too close to home, you know. It's
I
like,
see.
I can't be there all the time because it would get to be doing, oh, you go there and do this, then you go home, then you go there, and, you know, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Got to keep changing all the situations.
Just to keep sparking extra creative things.
Keep it happening,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. We're going to keep it happening and take a question from outside. Hey, Rick.
Hey Denise, thanks. And you could tell we are live out here because frostbitten fingers. See? Isn't that nice? Christine here from Toronto. You have a question for Neil.
Yeah, for young bands that are breaking big really fast without much preparation, do you have any suggestions for how they could avoid some of the pitfalls that you know about?
For young musicians or
For musicians, like
okay.
versus the realities of the music business, the identity versus image problem, the changing lifestyle, changing fan base?
Well, I think if you're a musician and you're worried about music, then that's all there is to worry about. I don't think that the image makes any difference or that what you look like or what the record company thinks you should look like or any of that stuff. You should just ignore it. It has nothing to do with anything. And if your music is good and you like your music, then nothing can stop you. It's pretty simple. You just have to ignore about 85% of what you see. It sounded too easy. It's not that easy.
We're going to take a question from Speaker's Corner. This one's coming to us from Prince Edward Island.
Listen carefully.
Hi, I'm Gord from Summerside, PEI. So Neil, Bob Dylan used this Let His Song Be Used, The Times They Are Changing, by a Canadian bank for a commercial. Have your views changed at all on sponsorship in the music biz?
Yes.
What year is this?
96.
96? Yeah. I think we lost that one.
Lost the
The
battle?
corporate sponsorship battle. But what a great fight it was. New bands don't have to, you know, equate success with corporate sponsorship, though. Hopefully. There was a time in the 80s when it seemed like that was it, you know. The way to make it was to be, you know, a Pepsi spokesperson or somebody, you know. And I think it's cool for sports and it's cool for everything. It just depends on the musician. Depends on the person. Some kinds of music are more image-conscious music or video-conscious music or whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't think it's so bad that those people identify with products. But for somebody singing about something that they care about and that they think that the audience cares about and everybody kind of gets into, you know, then when you do a commercial and take that love and that relationship and steer it towards a product, then something wrong with that.
Well, this show's sponsored by nobody. We've got a phone call from Ryan in Kitchener. Hi, Ryan. Ryan. Hello. Ryan got
Brian's
hung
gone.
up. He just hung up. Didn't want to be there. How about you, John? You got a question?
Sure.
Okay.
First of all, thanks for the music, man. It's been a great 30-year ride.
Thank you.
My question for you is, do you still consider hot wiring and stealing a truck with Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock the highlight of your career?
No, it's not the highlight of my career. But, you know, I've heard this story back so many ways now. It's hard for me to tell what the real story is. I think Melvin Belli was the guy who hot-wired the car. And I think he's not with us anymore. So I could add a lot to that story now.
Would you care to? No problem.
No,
Just take some
I'm
creative
not.
license.
It's not the right time. I don't think I should be making it up here on the spot.
Oh, okay. You want to think about it for a while. In case a version gets out in the net and you're not happy with it.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm going to practice at home.
Come down. Rick, he's on the street with the crowd. Hi, Rick. Got a question?
Hey, Denise. Hi, Neil. Yeah, certainly am. This is Chuck here from, where, Chuck?
North Yard.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey Neil, what's happening? A great show last night. I have a question regarding the Bob Fest. When you played that night, a lot of people said you stole the show. I was wondering how that made you feel amongst so many of your peers, great musicians.
Well, I didn't listen to that. That was it. I had a great time. You know, I had a great time at the show, and I was there, and I knew, you know, nobody in particular stole the show. It was just a bunch of people, and it was great. Everybody celebrating Bob's music, and had a big influence on me, and still does. So I was real happy to be there. It was a blast.
I hear there might be a collaboration coming in as a result of that. Didn't you get together with Eric Clapton and do one of those, hey, you know, we should work together kind of things? No?
Well, that's exactly what we try to avoid when we do one of those things.
Oh, okay.
Because, no, it's true. But, you know, I don't know. I love the way Eric plays. We played a couple of tunes right at that show that I really got off playing with. It reminded me of playing with Stills in Buffalo Springfield, because he is such a craftsman, such an artist, the way he played. He's so good. And there wasn't anything he'd go for that he wouldn't get, you know.
Right.
And that's fun to play with.
Your relationship with Stills has been sort of tempestuous over the years,
I don't
up
know.
and down.
I think
no?
we have a pretty good relationship, actually.
But do you need creative friction to make stuff really work, or not?
Well, we have friction all the time because we're like brothers, you know. We've been through a lot of stuff, and we've each done things that the other, you know, was surprised at here and there. But you know, it's God, the guy's got to be like one of my closest friends in my life.
Yeah.
You know, just because of what we've been through together, and I love him so. I'd like to play with him again sometime.
I'm
He's
sure
really
they
good.
probably have.
Yeah.
We found Ryan from Kitchener. He's on the phone again. Hi, Ryan.